What is up, everybody? Welcome to Halftime Live, Eagles versus Cowboys. Top takeaways reaction. Joining me, he is Shane at Shane Half NFL. What's up, Shane?
What's up, Dives? Not going the way that I hoped it was going to after that first drive on each side of the ball.
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys kind of started out hot, then the Eagles kind of got it together, and it's just been that roller coaster kind of half so far with Jalen Hurts getting his knee rolled on by DeMarcus Lawrence late in this half, man. What's your quick vibe on Jalen Hurts' health and what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I mean, you hope he's okay because more than this game depends on that. Looked like it didn't look awful other than the fact it's on, the knee that he's already got banged up, I think. But the offensive line's not doing Hurts any favors. The offensive line is getting whipped. The Eagles are getting whipped in the trenches today. And it's why they're losing the game right now.
Yeah, you look at, Parsons. Michael Parsons, hasn't had a sack against the Eagles since, I think, week 3 of 2021. And he's been all over the place here in the first half. Does he have a sack and a half, I think? Something along those lines?
Yes, 1.5 sacks. Dorrance Armstrong has the other half a sack.
Yeah, it's been a frustrating game. It's only a 3-point game, but the amount of times Dak Prescott has gotten out of pressure on 3rd down, on 4th down, making big plays, man, it has killed the Eagles just like it did against the Commanders. So where do we start off? Let's start off with the defense, of course. Heading into this one, obviously the big story was how do the Eagles battle CeeDee Lamb in the slot? How do you think they've done so far?
Not a very good job. I mean, and he's got 4 catches for 78 yards, 7 targets. I know one of those was a little bit of a scramble drill. Hassan Reddick seems to be winning off the edge, but nobody's winning up the middle. And so Dak has all kinds of room to step up and evade that rush. And so it's given him time to extend plays. Eli Ricks can't cover CeeDee Lamb. They've tried to do some different things to help him out. Darius Slay can't cover him either. He totally cooked Darius Slay out on the boundary. Honestly, it can't be overstated how overrated Darius Slay and James Bradberry are. They both played really well last year. Neither one of them has been that good this year. And that's what it comes down to. When you're paying those guys, it says volumes when you're paying those guys top 15 cornerback contracts and you're putting a UDFA on CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I'm looking at my box score. You look at this Eagles defense, they've been doing a really good job holding the Cowboys to very little yardage, positive yardage on 1st down, 3 yards, 6 yards, 2 yards, 0 yards, a sack by Hassan Reddick, a Cowboys run for 3, 0. They've done a great job, but man, you look at these 3rd downs, you had a Dak scramble that got Jake Ferguson for 40 yards after really good pressure by Hassan Reddick. You've had another Dak scramble that went and found CeeDee Lamb for 20 yards, more pressure, and it's been killing them, man. I don't know what's going on because the Eagles have a clear advantage there on the defensive line. They just need to get to Dak, and he's been killing them. The Eagles need to run 17 rushes for 62 yards. I think they're going to have to now, man, especially with Hurts. Banged up a little bit. I don't think they have a choice. Slay is traveling. Slay got really beat on that one quick slant to CeeDee Lamb, for what I remember, for 15 yards. Steven says, I'm seating at the pass call after the run touchdown and then the 8-yard run on their next possession. That set everything else in motion. We did get Nakobe Dean's first sack, paired up with Fletcher Cox, so that's a thing. I was hoping to see maybe James Bradberry, kind of matched up against CeeDee Lamb in the slot. I don't know what their answer is, but man, I mean, they're just getting killed. CeeDee Lamb, 4 catches, 78 yards. Jake Ferguson, 4 catches, 62 yards and a touchdown. It's the same storyline week after week, Shane.
Yeah, Kevin Byard got burned by Ferguson a time or two. Burned is the wrong word, but gave up 3rd downs, gave up 3rd down conversions. Just nothing. Everything feels easy for the Dallas offense and nothing feels easy for the Eagles offense. I know it's a 3-point game and I know that the Eagles have scored 2 touchdowns on 4 possessions, That's just the vibe you get watching the game. Is everything is super easy for Dallas, because even if you get them in 3rd and 15, they're going to pick it up. Like, you're
Yeah.
not concerned about, you're never concerned as a Dallas fan when your offense is on the field. They're going to pick it up, no problem. And as an Eagles fan, it feels like everything's been a battle so far. And
Yeah.
again, I think that starts up front. Tyler Steen is getting manhandled. Lane Johnson gave up a sack. I think they'd probably give that sack to Lane Johnson. Jordan Mailata is consistently getting beat off the edge. Like, you're just, I don't know. The offensive line has to be able to hold up better. And you can try to run the ball more. Running the ball, DeAndre Swift has 2.3 yards per carry. So I don't know what the answer is there. I would like to see more of like the RPO game. It really feels like, which that's hard to do against man coverage, but it just doesn't feel like there's been much quick game. Everything is trying to take shots downfield. Get your screen game out. Get, the slants, the rub routes. They're running a lot of man coverage. Run, mesh, those sorts of things. Just get some easy things for the offense. Right now, everything feels hard.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at heading into this one, these two teams were kind of struggling in the red zone. Both teams are 2 for 2. The Eagles do have 5 penalties for 30 yards. They almost had yet another fumble down in the red zone by DeAndre Swift. Luckily, he fell on top of it. That's this advantage for the Eagles was supposed to be in the trenches, the O-line and the D-line. I knew coming in it was going to be a difficult matchup for this Eagles secondary. But if the Eagles D-line and if the Eagles O-line can't make adjustments and can make improvements here in the second half, man, I don't know. I don't feel very confident in the Philadelphia Eagles right now. Let's get some comments real quick. Bad game for Jordan Mailata. The offensive coordinator needs to run the ball, quick 3-step drops and dip and dunk. If Jalen has to go through progressions, he is in trouble. Literally picking on Bayard, Ricks, and linebackers. It's the same story, man. Every single week, Steven says Johnson needs to call some screening straws and runs to slow down the pass rush. I like that. Quinn says, I struggle to see where the Eagles have advantages. Yeah, I agree. What should we talk about next?
I don't know, man. Stop fumbling the ball. Stop getting penalties. I didn't see. I need to see a replay of this false start on Jason Kelsey. They showed the replay and I still didn't see it. So I'd like to know what happened there. You were setting up to that win, the end of the first half, beginning of the second half. You hold Dallas to a field goal. You get the ball. You pick up a first down, and of course, obviously that derails. But Eagles getting the ball back. Hopefully, Hurts is able to look like himself, and it's nice at least that they get the ball first, so they can take the lead here. First drive of the third quarter. Desai has changed a lot of things up as games have gone on over the last few weeks. I fully expect him to do that. Again, it's just if the secondary is going to be able to execute, and the Eagles desperately need Jalen Carter, Fletcher Cox, Milton Williams. They need those guys to win up the middle. Hassan Reddick's doing his part off the edge. There's just all kinds of room for Dak to step up and navigate.
I agree. This game all boils down to the Eagles owning the trenches in the second half, especially on the offensive line. They have to protect Hurts with that bum knee, or it doesn't look great. Rudy Poo says, yeah, this game plan is not it. Rick's on CD is baby food. Steven says, not a defense you want to make yourself one-dimensional against. We had a nice run, outside run with Gainwell lead block. Yeah, how about that Gainwell touchdown? Just like we schemed it up, right, Shane?
Yeah, for sure. I think Quentin's talking about though the one where they brought Swift in jet motion and did the jet sweep to him with Kenny Gainwell out lead blocking. But yeah, Kenny Gainwell gets the touchdown on an outside zone. Jason Kelsey pulling out to lead block, had that dive into the end zone. So, there's been a few plays where the run has worked, and maybe you try to go back. You definitely try to go back to that some more if Hurts is going to be gimpy in the second half, because he's not able to escape. I mean, that first drive, the first third down where he ran, the Eagles got a really nice spot, by the way, but fully healthy Hurts picks up that first down easily. He just doesn't have that juice to be able to go right now. He can move a little bit, but it's just not it's not tenable for him to keep playing like that. The Eagles need him to be able to win from the pocket. They need to be able to slow this pass rush down.
No question. Michael says the Cowboys secondary is not healthy. I want to see Goddard. Quentin says 17-14 is not a bad score. Just hold serve. All right. Let's roll on to just quick thoughts about the second half as Jalen Hurts is running out of the locker room here. So it looks like he's ready to go. Man, that guy's tough. But how do you see this game playing out?
I still think it's going to probably be a high scoring game unless Hurts' injury really hampers them. I think the Eagles are going to put up points. They've scored 2 touchdowns in 4 possessions. Dallas has scored 3 times in 4 possessions. I think you're going to see a lot of points keep going on the board.
Yeah, I agree with I Am Trash Panda. More 12 personnel. Let's get more 2 tight end sets. Let's get some vertical shots to A.J. Brown. We'll see what happens with that. So that wraps it up, man. Guys, we'll be back for post game. Shane, where can we find you, man?
I'm on Twitter at Shane Half NFL, live tweeting the game, and then I'll be on the BGN post game show right afterwards.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Go Birds. Stay awesome, everyone.